transforming an old house into a modern marvel. Let's dive into the next phase of Mark III Residence project. As a quick recap, we're working on a 1950s home in Holliston, Massachusetts. Our goal is to modernize it while preserving its character. One of the biggest challenges with this project was addressing the lack of energy efficiency. Our goal is to bring this home to modern energy efficiency standards. By properly insulating, we're not only improving the home's performance, but also enhancing the comfort of the family living there. To achieve this, we're focusing on two key areas: insulation and drywall and plastering. We'll be using high-quality insulation materials to seal up any gaps and improve the home's thermal performance. Not too long ago, you saw me standing right here in this very space, but it was quite different. We had all sorts of studs surrounding us, but today you can see a space that is coming to fruition. The space has been insulated, drywalled, and plastered. This is the stepping stone to the finishing phase of the project. The groundworks are there, and this is where things start becoming really completed for the family to see and envision the space come to life. After the installation was completed, we had to make sure the house was tested by our HERS rater. HERS rating is where we have to have the house meet a certain standard of energy efficiency so that future homeowners can rest assured that the house is performing at its optimal level. This involves the house getting insulated properly, as well as making sure all the mechanical systems are Energy Star efficient.
So HERS raters get involved from the very beginning of the project before you apply for the building permit, and the town is asking for, a preliminary HERS certificate to show that your project is going to comply with the code requirements. So we come to the site, we do pre-construction inspection, we do a quick floor door. We take some pictures, measurements from the existing condition. The second site visit we have to do is, doing insulation inspection like today, measuring the depth of the insulation, and then the final inspection. Once the construction is 100% done, we come back to the site, we do floor door testing, duct leakage testing for the entire HVAC, and ventilation testing. And then we provide the final HERS certificate, which you can get your occupancy permit.
The next step after installation is drywall and plastering. What you see around me right now is not just paint, it is actually a level finish of plaster where it's completely smooth to touch. It makes the process of painting that much easier.
So plaster, because you also covering the whole sheet of drywall top to bottom. You're not only doing just the seams or the screws, you actually going over with that skim coat of plaster from top to bottom. Because it's so smooth, once you paint, you do have a different texture on the walls once you paint it than the drywall. So you end up creating those shadows. Usually they happen more often on the seams and inside corners. With plaster, you don't have the risk of having those type of issues. Because we go from top to bottom, you almost create one sheet, one thin layer throughout that whole wall. And that definitely helps with the looks and the texture after the painters come. You do have a different texture feel on the walls because of that.
Even though this is a brand new second story addition, there's a level of tolerance that is baked into the construction process, which involves us making sure that the floors are 100% level when we start doing tiling, because we want to avoid any sort of cracking after the tile work has been completed. The bathroom that we've completed on the second story addition has a herringbone pattern, which will immediately show any sorts of cracking happening if it's not properly installed. Before we put this tile down, we did put a self-leveling agent to make sure that we could achieve a level and plumb floor to receive a brand new tile on top of it. How can I forget this area? This is one of my favorite spots. As soon as you walk into the house, you're greeted with a two-story effect, which is completely naturally lit at this moment. So you can only imagine once we install artificial lighting and accent lighting, this space is going to be really welcoming to any guest that comes into this house. The end result will be a cozy, energy-efficient home that's both beautiful and functional. The family will enjoy lower energy bills, improved comfort, and a healthy living environment. Stay tuned for the final stretch on the Mark III residence, where you'll be witnessing the finished carpentry phase and the final reveal. If you like what you're watching, subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share, and be part of the exciting journey.